welcome.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge. Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
Oh, that's right. This is the Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
Hello.
Oh, terrific.
How we doing?
You each get a Mercedes-Benz. Congratulations.
All right.
Hey.
This is your lucky day.
All righty then.
Unbelievable. Michael and Callum and Luke,
day.
Ashton, thank you guys so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
Feeling good.
Okay, let me take these headphones off. Let me tell you what I love about. Oh, no, put them back on. Never mind. Put the headphones back on. Okay, so Easier, your first single from the album, which is coming out at some point.
Truth.
When I heard Easier, and you guys were in here when I heard it for the first time. We
Yes.
played it. I hadn't heard it before we played it, and I went, "Wow, you're so close to the music, I guess." But I heard something totally new. I heard something
awesome.
so like beyond where you were on your third album. I can hear it.
Yeah.
It's awesome how the music it's growing with you, you know. And I don't know if you guys noticed that. Do
It's
you notice
growing
it too?
with your height. The music is growing.
I mean, it's definitely intentional. I think with Youngblood, you say it's very different, and I guess it is, but it's like we uncovered something really cool we felt, and like really staple sound for us, and I think we just kind of dug in even more and wanted to see how far we could push the boundaries, and then Easier came out, and a bunch of other songs that you'll hear soon. It was kind of just more pushing the boundaries as much as we could. It feels similar to us, but just like another step up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, when you're on the stage and you're singing the same song like Youngblood, do you try to change it up all the time to make it sound a little bit different?
Nope.
That's
Easy
important though, because people are familiar with the thing,
Yeah.
you know, that they love. Like when we play "She Looks So Perfect" or something, we don't change it much because it has like nostalgia to it, which is really awful to say because we're so young still. But it's important to deliver something that people loved at the time when the song was released. You know.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about
It like connects.
Yeah, it does
I
connect.
gotcha.
And I'm sure some people will complain. Hey, you know, you just
Yeah.
screwed up my favorite
Right.
song.
That would be
Yeah.
me. Don't slow it
Yeah.
down.
Actually,
dare you.
we tried changing "She Looks So Perfect" to make it fit more with Youngblood or something, or all the other songs, but it just doesn't feel
pretty
right.
difficult.
It's kind of like a snapshot in time, and I think people just want to hear that and feel that moment,
Yeah.
as opposed to us like messing with it.
You know, you brought up something interesting about how nostalgia is such a weird word to use when you're still young guys and you're still, you know. But you know what? For being around since you formed in
2011.
2011?
Yeah.
And I mean this with all due respect. You guys have a lot of mileage on you. As far you know what I mean. You know what I mean, right?
It's interesting that you were talking about us being at Wango Tango as well, because I feel like whenever we go to those shows, we feel like the veteran. You know what I mean? Like we're going into those shows being like,
You're gonna be fine, kid.
yeah, like I know it seems tough now, but you'll get through it. You know what I mean? Like,
And when I say mileage, I mean experience.
Yeah.
The world stage.
Mate, I see myself in the mirror every morning. 6:13 this
mileage.
morning. Looking in the mirror.
Mileage.
Mileage.
That's what mileage
good.
looks
A lot
like.
mileage.
And I don't mean that. I will tell you, it was several years ago, you guys did a performance downstairs on our iHeartRadio stage, and you were at the very end of a tour leg at that point, and you did a great show. And after it was over, I'm talking out of school. This is backstage stuff. They were all four on the couch just out.
Yeah.
And I could see just at your, as tired as you were, I could see that you guys had been giving so much of
are
yourselves.
we talking about the show that was last year for Youngblood, or are we talking about the one where we dressed up as 80s characters?
I don't remember. I think it was 80s characters.
Yeah, well.
We started to do really ridiculous stuff during shows, particularly dressing up as just dressing up
It
in
was
general.
Halloween.
It was one time for Halloween, and then we kind of just did it for 2 weeks at stuff. Like we turned up to meet and greets as 80s characters. Bit of a cry for
It's
help.
got to wear you out, though. I know, but you know, a lot of people don't understand that every time you guys go on stage and you hit a note, you're giving things. There's a lot of energy you guys have to put in, not only dealing with each other, because even though you are a group, you are four individuals with whole different lives.
Totally.
And after a tour, after putting an album together, I mean, people don't get how much you give us as your fans. And so on behalf of everyone, we appreciate it.
Oh, man. I think
you.
it's important to note, though, that that's the kind of blessing we've been given. You know, it's not like we don't ignore. It's worth every ounce of energy ever, because so many people want to be where we are, and we recognize that. So we don't take it for granted. We focus in on this deserves all the giving.
It's got to be hard because I know if we have a crappy day and we come in, like I once flooded my house and I still had to come in and do a show and pretend I didn't flood my house, you know?
That
like
house
if you,
is great.
Right. If you have a crappy day,
Yeah.
you still got to go up there and just like put that all aside and just do
Yeah,
your,
well, that's
your
why the
thing.
songs are getting moodier as well. Because we're easily...
Crappy of the days get.
Yeah. I mean, speaking about influence and stuff, I mean, the new stuff is, thank goodness for Youngblood, because it allowed us to directionally shift and get to a place like easier and consistently kind of get to a place that we enjoy as music fans. So, you know, our whole career we've been trying to align what we want out of our music with our personal lives and everything. And I think this fourth album, we're getting to that place, you know.
Let me ask you guys a question, all four of you. Let's say you are having a crappy day. Let's say, you know, life is just life. It just is.
Yeah.
And you know, and sometimes when you're in the ditch of life, it's like, is it ever going to get better? And you know it will be, but you need to be miserable for a minute or two. Do you ever find yourself like picking up your guitar or getting on stage and you just get lost in the music? You get you can just totally. It's almost like meditation in a way, where you can actually leave the world behind you and let the music just kind of be your massage therapist.
It's a weird thing. Like if you, especially like right before stage, or like you've been away for months and you're having like, you got your own personal life at home that's kind of been, I don't know, forgotten about, I guess not forgotten about, but like not treated as well as it should have been. And you have to go on stage and do stuff. And I feel like for me anyway, the first couple songs are like, you're still thinking about it. And then you kind of just like lose yourself. And it's kind of like a therapy thing then. But it's weird it's an odd thing.
We were in the middle of tour last year, and my dog was hit by a car, and it was like I was absolutely devastated, and I was like beyond upset. I was going through so much grief, and I remember it was right in the middle of a chunk of shows, and I remember being like, before we went on stage, I was like, I have no idea how I'm gonna do this. I was like, there's gonna be no way that I'm gonna go out there and people in the audience are gonna look at me and be like, that guy's putting on a great show. But once you get out there and you're in it, I think it becomes bigger than you. You know, it becomes not about your performance and about what you're feeling. It's more of like just giving, like we said before. And you know, you understand that these people in the crowd and the people who are coming to see you might have waited, you know, they might have bought tickets a year ago to this show, you know, and it's all they were looking forward to. So I can't be loathing within myself and having my problems when it might help someone else for me to give the best performance. You know what I mean?
But you're allowed to have problems, Michael.
Right.
Sure, I am, and I do. But
so your dog that was hit by a car. Did you lose your dog?
I did.
Oh God, it's the worst feeling ever.
It's the worst.
That sucks.
But you know what? I don't know. It seems like with all the tragedies we deal with in life, somehow something comes out of it.
Yeah.
And it needs you need to have some power from that in order to make it real.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a part of your life. It was your family member.
Yeah.
Like Callum, for instance, when you're at home alone.
Yes.
Are you ever? Are you ever alone? Are you ever home alone?
I spend quite a lot of time alone. Yeah.
Right.
But Roy lives there.
Well, I do have a roommate. Yeah.
Okay. Well, but yeah, I'm sure there are moments when the roommate is out of the house.
Yes, there are. Yeah.
Do you find your batteries are charged up when you're alone? Are you an introvert? Do you
wear
need
that suit at home?
Do you need
At all times.
do any of you? But this is to Callum especially, because to me, Callum, you're the quiet, smart one in the room.
Definitely the quiet one.
I'm talking about a room of all of us. I mean, do you guys ever feel like you need your time alone to charge up? You got to get away from your stadium of people.
I have to get away from the stadiums. Yeah, I mean, about a year and a half ago, I made a big point in my life to spend some time alone, to learn how to be alone, because ever since I was 15, I've been surrounded by a lot of people, especially these three guys. So
Right.
you can become a little codependent on other people, and that's not healthy throughout your adult years, I don't think. So I made
Shouldn't have given me the codes to your house, man.
Leave me alone.
But yeah, so I spend quite a lot of time alone now.
I could see how I could be on the road with three other guys and a crew and management, this and that, and just craving time away from them, which is natural. And then a moment or two after I'm alone, I'm like, God, I wonder what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's actually what happens.
Yeah.
Is it?
What happens?
Hey, I don't miss you, and I hate you, but what are you up to? Can anyone tell me who these people are right here?
No, we can't say
Cancel.
That's Luke and Callum.
You sound good, dude.
Actually sounds good. It's gotten way worse, hasn't it?
Oh, that's at my old house.
Wow.
That was, what, 7 years ago?
You're nailing that.
That's 25 years ago.
That's the good and
nostalgia.
that's actually the great and awful thing about YouTube. It's all there.
Yeah.
Is there any stuff on YouTube you want to go just delete?
So much.
So much.
Like a ridiculous amount.
We actually did.
Plethora.
I think we had like a panic day one day and deleted a couple of them, but we kept a lot up there.
Yeah.
Now, what would make you take something down?
When we go into like an interview or a TV show and they go, like the presenter or the whoever, like sometimes they'll do like a little recap, like a reel of what we've done in the past, and that when they start, they're like, 5 Seconds of Summer got their claim to fame from posting a cover of Chris Brown and Justin Bieber Next to You, which gained 250,000 views. It was like, no, that was not the beginning of anything.
It's frustrating because people hold you to it. Like, they're like, this is the reason you're here, right? The cover you did 8 years ago. Like,
it's like we've had 3 #1 albums, and you choose to pick this cover, which has 2. It's stupid.
Well,
anyway,
I like that.
Okay, devil's advocate. I know, don't get mad, but devil's advocate. It's a part of it.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
I mean,
Don't get me wrong.
You should hear
It's
some of our
definitely-
old shows. Some of our old shows are the tankiest, grossest piece of hammered crap you've ever heard. But without those, we wouldn't be where we are now.
100%.
Answer me.
And it's less of like being a part of it, because if it's like a part of it, that's fine. But I feel like we're so far in our career that mentioning those things is like saying Maroon 5, like if Maroon 5 are coming on stage, Maroon 5 coming on stage now, and they had a song called She Will Be Loved 17 years ago. Do you know what I mean?
20.
Like, and I know we're like super young, so that's why people bring that up. But like you said, we've been doing this for so long that's why that kind of.
So you hate it when I play stuff like this.
And yes,
this rocks.
This actually is pretty good.
I love it.
All right. Well, you left this one up, so I thought it was fair game.
It's not about playing them, because it's definitely where we came from. It's more like, this is your crowning achievement, this cover.
If there was something you can get rid of about being famous, like the one thing you wouldn't have to deal with anymore, what would it be?
Other than being here right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Random.
I don't. It's pretty chill. Pretty chill for 5 Sauce, I think.
Yeah.
It's nothing. Maybe like the hate mail to my girlfriend. I'd probably change.
That stuff sucks.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I'm
that's
sorry
gotta
about
suck.
Social media. Social media.
Stop sending that.
Social media gives us a peek through a window that none of us want to believe is real.
It's not real.
And I don't
Yeah.
think it's real. I don't know. People are just effing awful sometimes.
people are just really.
Let me see that picture.
crap.
Yeah.
Look at this picture. I think this is adorable.
This is a
Look
picture.
at this guy right here.
Oh my gosh, look how little you
Look at
What
Cal.
happened to the blue headphones?
Wasn't it awesome that we used to wear sleeveless shirts everywhere? That's pretty badass.
Yeah, you're all like in your nice suit now. Look at you.
I know, yeah. Grown up a little bit.
We've transitioned.
But you talk about all the hits you do have under your under what do you have hits under
Your
your
belt. Yeah, your belt.
And and the vantage point we have is we've been here since you started here in the States anyway.
Yeah.
And it's just been amazing watching. That's why when Easier came out, I was affected by it. I was emotionally like, wow, these guys, Jesus, listen to what they're doing now, and I couldn't be more proud of you.
Oh,
thank
thank you.
Thank you very much.
man.
Thanks for
following
us over the years and supporting us.
I'll stalk
Really-
you forever.
Really cool.
You said this
Gandhi.
is our 7th visit?
This is your
What
7th
that?
visit.
That's good.
I think you've done 6 performances. One day you came in and you didn't sing anything for us, and that's fine.
We sound very grumpy in that.
We don't sing anything.
We're not singing.
Well, we had Bozzy in here yesterday, and he was supposed to sing, and he couldn't because he had a bad toothache. So he had to go have emergency surgery on his tooth.
He had a wisdom
crazy.
tooth problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Gandhi, what's up?
No, I mean, I just have so many questions about what it would be like for 4 people. Because when we travel together, at some point, we're like, enough. We've seen each other enough, no more. Do you guys have like a go-to? We're going to debrief. This is how we calm down and then get back together when you're on the road?
Edibles? What are you doing?
Edibles? Paintball? Fights to the
Is there a
death?
go-to? I don't think so. You just choose to be on your own, I guess, if you need some time. You kind of just sit in your room on your own. But then you're like, I feel like there's a point where you're like, I want to be alone. And then people go out, and like 30 minutes later, you're like, oh, I should have went out with them.
Exactly what he just said.
I know. Sometimes you only need 5 minutes alone, and it's enough.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've been around each other long enough to read each other's minds. You know each other. You know the ins and outs of each other, and that's actually great. And also, it's a curse sometimes, I'm assuming, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Now, look, is this true? You're going to be on Family Feud?
Yes.
Against
this is our crowning achievement.
Who's the best player between the four of you?
Who was the best player?
Yeah, who's the best player?
Who?
Well, don't give anything away.
You were pretty good.
It was probably Andrew, honestly. We had to get an extra.
You were good too. You were good.
Andrew Watt is our producer. Did Easier and Youngblood. And he was on our team because he needed a fifth member.
He was actually
very good.
fantastic.
Oh, okay. Do we have a second? Can we take a break and come back and do something? I mean,
Yes,
are you
of
in a
course.
hurry to get out of here?
No, we're not in a hurry.
I'm going to give you a pee break. You have 9 minutes.
Thank you.
To do whatever you want.
That's fantastic.
I suggest you go to the bathroom and not do it here.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a bagel.
I think
Too late.
I think we should play a game.
All right.
You may hate this. This may be the worst morning of your life. Wait, let's take a break.
Sounds good.
5 seconds of summer with Family Feud.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think you do better here than against Chainsmokers. Hold on. We'll be right back.
You're awesome. I've been listening to you since I was a kid.
That's why we love you.
Elvis Duran in the Morning Show.
Sponsored by State Farm. Protect your car and home with the one that's here to help your life go right. State Farm. Talk to an agent today at 1-800-STATE-FARM.
This is Elvis Duran and the Morning Show.
5 seconds of summer's here, and they look like they want to play a game.
Do they?
What's going on? Why is Michael messing with your computer, Danielle?
Because we're on Screen Rant, and we're looking at actors that are only known because of like this one character they played, and he's so funny. He's scrolling through it, and he's like, "This is not right."
I just think it's so offensive. Imagine landing that.
Can you name another Daniel Radcliffe movie?
Yes, the one where he's dead. Any farts? Swiss Army Man.
It happened in that order, by the way.
There you go.
Yeah.
He died and he farted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. He's like outraged.
People wonder, like, what do you guys do during that 9-minute break? Well, we were doing all sorts of. They were eating sandwiches.
I was actually asking Ashton how he keeps his hair so red. Does it wash out in the shower?
Keep it so red.
It does.
I asked my
Maintains it well.
Netflix password question. He said it is weird.
It is weird to share.
To
Thought
share
it
a
was.
password.
But that's just me. It's good though.
Okay. It's fine.
And Callum, how do you keep that natural hair color? Callum.
This one? I went for a Pat Smear kind of thing.
It looks good. Ashton, I think are you the only natural hair color guy in the room?
Me, you are definitely. And
Are you doing this on purpose?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
No, I'm not. It's
Luke's hair is actually black,
Is it really?
but he dyes it blonde for the look.
No, he does
anyway.
not.
That's a big lie.
Also, he gets his eyebrows and eyelashes too.
Yeah, no.
He had his beard.
That's like the perfect hair color though, because it's like the
Aw.
base that you can
so nice.
you can do anything to it too.
Are we really talking about hair color
Of
for an
course
hour
we
and a half?
are.
Okay. So how did you get involved with doing Family Feud? You get a call one day. Oh no, we don't have enough to do.
We
Let's go-
complain a lot about the promo we have, and they're like, "Fine then, what do you think? Like Family Feud or something?" And we're like, "Yes,
Yeah.
that sounds awesome." It might be unproductive in terms of people hearing our music, but I thought it was hilarious.
So
Yeah.
on June 6th, I believe,
Yeah.
Family Feud against Chainsmokers.
Yeah, so Chainsmokers though had to get because it has to be 5 people up there, so they had to get other people.
Well, they have multiple
obviously, too.
personalities.
They had some guy that looked like Owen Wilson, which was cool. What was his name again?
Rory.
Rory.
They also have stunt doubles as well. They have 2 of them.
All right,
They can
so-
do DJ sets and they can do their big sets as well.
So
I'm just
you
gonna
guys,
start spreading rumors.
you guys thought, okay, it's a good idea. Let's go on a nationally televised game show.
Yes.
No, once you did it, were you happy you did it? Were you?
I was pretty
It was
satisfied.
it was kind of
ecstatic.
annoying because a lot of the questions were based around like American facts. And
Well, yeah.
And we looked pretty clueless, although we do love this place. We love living here. We did not pay a lot of attention, apparently.
I didn't study.
We weren't great at
Well,
the game.
You know what's
I
funny?
get that.
When Michael and I were looking at Screen Rant, there were a couple of actors or movies that came up, like Karate Kid, and he's like, "Who's Ralph Macchio? Who's Karate Kid?"
I get that's
Like,
not fair for you.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I have devised some questions for our in-house Family Feud that you will be able to ace.
Okay, let's
Oh,
do
there
it.
you go.
By the way, it's going to be on June 30th, nowhere near June 6th. I was just
Good guess. That was a good guess.
There's a pre-screening raining in my house. Say that.
Hold on a second. Show me June 6th. No.
That's
June
good. I'm sorry,
30th.
Philip.
June 30th. All right.
That's the exact thing.
We're going to take you back. Welcome to the Feud.
Here we go.
All right. We're playing 5 Seconds of Summer against us.
Oh. You're going to win.
To it. Danielle and Gandhi. You guys play against the guys, okay?
Great.
All right.
Easy. As you know, the rules are simple. 100 people were surveyed. The top whatever answers are on the board. Each team gets to guess one answer. The higher answer gets control of the round. If you get 3 wrong, the other team gets a chance to steal.
Are we playing with like a buzzer where...
Raise your hand.
Okay.
Oh God, I'm gonna hit every camera around me.
Okay, well, just answer the question. Okay, so who wants to guess first against Gandhi?
Oh,
Luke.
Okay.
let's do this, Luke.
All right. Top 6 answers on the board. This bottom one right here? Right. If someone is in the bathroom too long, what might they be doing? Gandhi.
Pooping.
Pooping. Let's see. That is...
Incorrect.
Oh, that's number 2.
What? Yes,
Which is appropriate. If you can give me the number 1 answer, what are they doing in the bathroom for too long? Then you will take control of the board.
I'd say everyone would agree it'd be showering.
Showering number 1.
Yeah!
Damn you, Luke.
Wow.
Why am I clapping for you? I'm not on
I know
your
you're
team.
on my team,
I'm
Danielle.
sorry. I'm
All of
sorry.
us were in the midst of a genius.
So do you want to take you want to take it?
Take the round.
You mean
take
take-
the round?
Yeah, take the round. All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, I
5
thought you
seconds
would.
of summer. Here we go.
Let's go.
Okay, who's
Yeah.
up? Who wants to be up next?
Let's go in
Let's
order.
do it.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashton's next.
Ash,
Let's go.
here we go.
Is there
All
a
right.
money prize? Cash prize?
If someone's in the bathroom too long, what might they be doing?
Hold on, you know how on the board you can see how many answers there are?
Okay,
How
how
many
many
are
answers
there?
are there?
Okay, taking
There's
a shower.
4
was-
left, or okay,
Okay.
so there's 6 answers total.
This is the worst ever.
I think texting on the toilet, because you know when you get preoccupied, that's what I do.
On their phone is an answer.
Wow.
It was
Most of my tweets are done remotely from the toilet,
All right.
nice to
just
know.
so everyone knows.
By the way, so far, people in the bathroom too long are taking a shower, going number 2, and on their phone. All right, Callum. If someone's in the bathroom too long, what might they be doing?
I don't want to sound like,
The suspense is crazy.
I know. What could he say?
Oh, well, I guess maybe like urinating, I guess maybe.
Wow.
I had another answer, but I don't want to say
Give
it
the
on
other answer.
Were you going to say, like, pleasuring yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the board. 8 people. Oh, my God. All right.
We're finding out a lot about these guys in the bathroom.
I'm gonna say throwing up.
Oh,
not on there.
that could have been
Spend a lot of time.
No, that is. Oh, sorry. Robbie, you have 1 strike. You have 2 more strikes to go. Here we go. If someone's in the bathroom too long, what might they be doing?
Oh gosh.
Did you actually survey people?
Yes, we surveyed 100 people.
Dollar values are double.
I'd probably go makeup. Doing makeup.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
9
Wow.
people. We have 1 more. Someone's in the bathroom too
I
long.
gotta throw the match, guys. Okay.
And you of all people should get this right if they're spending too much time in the bathroom.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
hints? We're giving hints now?
Yeah. No. Now. Sensing. What did you say? With your eyes?
Oh, they're cheating?
Oh. Okay. No. Don't you touch the buttons. Hang on. I'm gonna go for the musical approach, singing potentially. Oh, shut up! Shut up!
Hit the button. Hit the button.
No, don't hit the button. Give me a.
Terrible
You
idea.
have 2 strikes. All right.
Luke gave it to you.
Give me a brush.
All right. So
It's gotta
I think
be.
it's
spending
you know
too
what I
much
mean?
time in the bathroom doing.
Hit your hair.
That's it.
Hey.
Look at that. I don't know what this means.
I knew that
They
though.
win?
They beat us.
Okay, I've got a better one.
Oh.
Ashton, we'll start with you. Ready?
No,
Name a fruit that reminds you of a part of the human body.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh, a sweet potato. It looks like a pancreas.
Dude, you can't kick him off the team. if
What?
you like.
All right, here we go.
It's not wrong, though. That's the best part.
can we take our strike back, please? With that?
I dated this guy once. He was hung like a sweet potato. All right, by the way, there's 7 answers on the board. Name a fruit. Name a fruit that reminds you of a part of the human body.
See?
Is that?
Oh, come on, well, I don't want to go for the obvious one, you know?
You should.
You should.
You probably should.
Well, then, like a banana?
Number 1 answer. And by the way, some fruits people assume are vegetables. We move on. What fruit reminds you of a part of the human body?
What? Oh, some people think that these vegetables are fruits. Is that what you're saying? So that there are
Sometimes.
some vegetables.
Sometimes. May I give you one?
Oh.
What would America say?
A peach?
A peach? Show me a peach.
That was a good one.
No, actually, I hit the wrong button. It's number 2.
Come on. Thank you.
Yeah,
A
peaches.
A peach. Yeah, a peach can be very dirty looking.
Yeah. Think emojis.
Think emojis. A fruit that reminds you of part of the human body.
Your turn.
This is tough. I'd say, I don't know, does a watermelon look like a head?
Yeah, it does.
Did you
what
say
I was thinking.
watermelon?
Watermelon, yeah.
Absolutely.
I've seen some melon-looking heads. They're out there.
Mango. Your head looks like a half-sucked mango.
Okay, great.
mango.
Half-sucked.
Yeah, all right. Name a fruit that reminds you of part of the human body. Come on, you can do it.
I can do it. Thank you.
can do it.
Come on, man. Like carrots for the fingers.
Ooh, that's good one.
Carrot fingers.
Come on, Callum.
Come on, carrot finger. Come on.
Carrot fingers.
A lot of people.
The same
us,
people with
we
the sweet
do.
potato pancreas.
Yeah.
Don't you just want to leave at this point? You can't leave yet.
I do wish to leave.
All right, Callum.
Let's finish this round. Callum,
Oh my
name
gosh.
a part of the body that reminds you of a fruit, or name a fruit or that reminds you of a part of the body.
Or a vegetable.
Or vegetable that is really a fruit.
An eggplant.
That's right.
No.
An eggplant is an eggplant is a fruit. Number 6.
But it's just, fruit is just so fruit and veg.
What
They
other-
go together.
What other...
I think they classify it as a fruit because it has the seeds inside. Does that make it a fruit?
I have no idea.
Grows on a vine.
I don't know. Okay, give me one more then. I swear to God, it's the end of this round. Name a fruit that reminds you of part of the human body.
Oh.
What can you give us the human body part that these look like?
This is not how Family Feud is played.
What?
Oh.
Can you guess who won Family Feud? Not us.
Cantaloupe?
Cantaloupe? Show me cantaloupe.
You know what we call that in Australia? A rock melon.
Yeah, we don't call it cantaloupe.
A rock melon.
Who took this survey and they were like, what would you first associate a human body part with? And they're like, cantaloupe. Probably the guy who said sweet potato.
All right, well, I hope you did much better with the chain smokers.
You'd be surprised.
Another answer was grapes.
Oh.
What is that?
I was gonna say that, but I thought it was so stupid.
Like big hairy grapes.
Ugh.
Which was a great name for a radio disc jockey. It's the Big Hairy Grape Show.
Welcome back to
5 Seconds of Summer, of course. Easier is the single you should be listening to right now. We have an album coming out at some point.
Yeah.
Soon.
We don't know
Give us
when.
a
It's
spin.
always soon because no one can ever commit.
That's true.
Yeah, we don't know.
That is true.
We love it when you guys are here. I swear next time you come, we're not playing Family Feud. Is it a deal?
I actually quite enjoyed it.
That was fun.
All right, we'll play a double round next time. 5 Seconds of Summer.